Something strange is happening across the internet right now. Copyright takedowns are quietly wiping out what appears to be a leaked version of Marvel's very first Avengers Doomsday trailer. Just yesterday, the clip was easy to find across social media. Today, it's almost completely vanished. On X and Reddit, copyright notices have replaced the video, and on YouTube, the original upload is nowhere to be found. And that alone has fans asking one big question: what is Marvel trying to hide? According to those who saw the trailer before it disappeared, the footage offers a blurry but emotional first look at a character we haven't seen since Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers. The original Captain America, once again played by Chris Evans. The trailer reportedly opens with a quiet, almost nostalgic moment. A lone figure rides a motorbike toward a familiar-looking 1950s house. Longtime Marvel fans will immediately recognize it as the same house from the closing moments of Endgame. Inside, the figure is revealed to be Steve Rogers himself. He carefully folds away his Captain America uniform, picks up a young baby, and the screen fades to text: Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. So far, Marvel has made no official announcement confirming Steve Rogers' involvement in Doomsday, but interestingly, filming reports from this past summer showed that this exact house was secretly being rebuilt, instantly fueling speculation. Fans even went as far as analyzing recent photos of Chris Evans' arms, pointing out that his physique looked very Captain America ready. When asked earlier this year about not being part of Doomsday, Evans gave an answer that raised eyebrows without actually denying anything. "Yeah, I talk to the cast all the time," he told Screen Rant in June. "It's where Pedro Pascal is right now. I mean, it's sad to be away. It's sad to not be back with the band, but I'm sure they're doing something incredible. And I'm sure it's going to be that much harder when it comes out and you feel like you weren't invited to the party." Narratively, Steve Rogers' return actually makes a lot of sense. The last time we saw him, he was living a peaceful life in the 1950s with Peggy Carter, after completing his mission to return the Infinity Stones to their rightful places in time. Undoing that happy ending could be controversial for some fans, but story-wise, there's plenty of room for Steve to be involved in new adventures before eventually passing the shield on as an old man, something Endgame itself already showed us. That Infinity Stone mission could also explain why Steve might appear in Doomsday. This movie is set to be the finale of Marvel's Multiverse Saga, a storyline built around heroes repeatedly meddling with alternate realities despite clear warnings about the consequences. Looking at you, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Wanda, Loki. It's not hard to imagine that Steve Rogers, while trying to do the right thing, may have accidentally contributed to a much larger multiversal problem, and now feels responsible for fixing it. Doomsday could even finally explain a long-standing MCU question: how Steve managed to return to the main timeline to give his shield to Sam Wilson. According to Marvel's own time travel rules, he should technically be living in a branched reality. Back in 2021, Avengers director Joe Russo hinted that this was something he and his brother had already thought through. "One thing that's clear that Anthony and I have discussed," Russo said, "Cap would have had to have traveled back to the main timeline. Yes, he would have been in a branch reality, but he would have to return to the main timeline to give that shield to Sam Wilson." Of course, there's also a simpler reason for Steve Rogers' return. He's one of the original Avengers, a core part of a film that made $2.7 billion worldwide. Bringing back the original Captain America is guaranteed to pull audiences back in, especially fans who've drifted away during Marvel's uneven multiverse saga, despite a few bright spots. Thunderbolts, we see you. Pairing Chris Evans with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth once again would instantly turn Avengers Doomsday into a true event movie, while also reminding everyone just how hard it's been for Marvel to replace its original leads with equally beloved characters. Disney is expected to officially release the first Avengers Doomsday trailer later this week, reportedly attached to Avatar, Fire, and Ash. One report even claims Marvel plans to release 4 different trailers over 4 weeks, keeping audiences hooked with major reveals. And confirming Steve Rogers' return, that would be one powerful way to start. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more movie news, leaks, and deep dives like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the channel and keeps you updated on everything happening in the world of movies.